just wanted to do a live stream here. As you can see, this is something I've been meaning to do, just to kind of get a couple of things out there. This is something I wanted to do very early on, when originally the whole thing between me and Ty was going on, and even before that, back in July. But the problem was there wasn't enough exposed that I could show it effectively to people what happened, and so it has taken this long for me to be able to get access to this stuff, because unfortunately we didn't save any copies. But evil is arrogant, and so it exposed itself again. And so, anyways, I just want to let you know that I'm not approaching this with as much enthusiasm as I would have 3 months ago around Christmas. I'm going to kind of half-ass it. I'm doing it early. There's more material on its way to me right now, but I just decided I wanted to do it now. I'm kind of more focused on other things, but I wanted to show people this, and so that's why I'm doing it. So if the quality is low, if the enthusiasm is low, I'm sorry. It's a matter of, the reason why I'm doing it is because it's very important for people to understand what happened. So I'm going to tell a story, a behind-the-scenes story about the whole situation with the bear apocalypse, or whatever people are calling it. Most of the people who follow me know the story that happened, which was I started picking a fight with Sometimes Bear back in December, and then that led to, as an afterthought, I said Ty is gay near the end of that stream. And then that led to a big fight with me and a whole bunch of people, between me and Ty, Over Bear, Captain Cutler, Papa J Bear, Anchor Bear, fucking everybody, and half of the bears. And then when Owen got kicked off of Instagram, those nefarious people started attacking unauthorized, and that got Owen's attention, which Owen then eliminated those people from his community the way he should have before that, but I understand why he didn't. So, okay, I'm going to show you guys something really gross. Makes me sick to my stomach. I'm a little ashamed to have it, to propagate it, but I need you to be able to see. This is what I was waiting for. This is why I didn't bring this up. I need you to be able to see. Look, this is him. I don't really like Christ. He's a pussy. I prefer Muhammad because he started a war and won it. Christ just died on a cross. If somebody attacks innocent women and children of your community, root them out, destroy them, exile them at the very least. Don't associate with them. If somebody attacks God, your God, root them out, exile them, get rid of them. If they do it in that openly mocking, disgusting manner. It's different if somebody's like a true believer. Like I made fun. If you really want to save them over whoever's, I don't know if that's really Overbear. I think it's someone pretending to be Overbear. Said I'm ministering him through patience and love. Yeah, it's a lot more than you did for any fucking Catholic, buddy. You're a coward. But that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You're encouraging that behavior. You need to minister to this guy through solitary confinement by pushing him out of any group. He should not be allowed in your group. He's a cancer. Look at what he did to the image of your God. Why do you think you're on the right side? This is older than my beef with Sometimes Bear, which was very light. This is much older than my beef with Cutler, who abused my wife. This is older than my beef with anybody, with Ty, who is probably a sexual predator, allegedly, like a real one. This is worse because it's blatantly out in the open, and it's older, and it's more serious. And this is the root of the whole problem. I know I'm half-assing this presentation, but that was what I needed you to understand, is that this was the cause of the problem. If you people just had the morality to say, I'm not going to be a part of a group that involves this man, you would have had no issues. You probably would have continued to have your little positions of power that you were so excited for in fucking Owen's community. Yeah, so, yeah, just more blasphemy in the chat. That's great. Fucker. You can be gone forever. What were you still subscribed to? I think I missed something. It was something I wanted to read. Now I can't fucking remember what it was. It's good though. It's useful. Can't remember what it was. Whatever. The reason why I became Catholic, because I became Catholic as a direct result of Catholics are essentially Satanists. Look at this. This is what you did wrong. As soon as I could fucking find it. God damn, I hate technology so much. God damn. You just said, God damn it. That's blasphemy, Nate. Is it not? No. Where is it? This is it. Okay. Look at this. Okay. So this guy's birthday, who knows, because he lies about everything he says. You celebrated his birthday. You've been friends with this guy for months and months. Why? And then you turn on Owen. Why? Yeah, I'm banning you. I knew you were lying the whole fucking time. Owen is like Jesus. Owen is similar to Jesus. He's Christ-like. His story is the story of he's more similar to some of the prophets. Yeah, well, buddy, you shouldn't talk about having sex with my wife. You're never welcome here, and I hope you die and burn in hell for doing that. Don't fucking do that shit. And I pray you get a man in your life to explain these very simple things to you that you have to work to not understand. Can you elaborate on Ty's transgressions against you? I'm unaware of any, but you seem credible in your assertion, though admittedly not credibility in and of itself, but I'm not here to argue, I'm here to learn. I've never seen you before, so I don't trust you, especially at a time like this. If you really mean that, I've got many, many hours talking about my issues with Ty. He attacked my wife back in the day. That's what got me personally to pay attention to him. He also attacked me. I just said he was gay because he acts gay. And then he just like blew up Instagram and fucking tried to sink my reputation. What was it like to be called a stupid psycho gamma and Mr. Singalon by someone who is like Jesus? It sucked. But he's a flawed man. He's still like Jesus. He's not exactly like Jesus. I spent all day today at work making short jokes at a guy because he made fun of my ass crack showing. So he would make fun of my ass crack and I would make fun of him being short. That's just how men are. I understood Owen's flaws and strengths coming into it. That was a very particular consideration. It's exactly what I thought it would have done. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Taking the Lord's name in vain isn't blasphemy. I didn't take it in vain. God damn it. I mean what I say. Owen is Christ-like. Are you insane? No. One of the signs of insanity is using that many question marks and exclamation marks. You're getting banned for that. Sorry guys, if you're watching this for any purpose, just stop watching. The men in my life would tell you all depictions of Christ are idolatrous and therefore blasphemous, and that only God should judge the heart. Have a good one, Nate. Well, the men in your life are very foolish, and they don't think very far below the surface. They probably have a low IQ, or what's actually more likely, they're probably worked so hard by the debt-based economy that we live in, that they have no time to really think about these things. So they're foolish men, if that's their... So you really think, okay, let's take that seriously, Lissa. You really think that, for instance, a Catholic, because I've heard this before, that a Catholic's crucifix, which has oftentimes the image of Christ's body broken on the cross, so that you know exactly what that cross means. Christ died painfully, torturously, humiliatingly, for our sake. You think that which you are called to, not to worship, but to, it's usually held above the Eucharist. The Eucharist is his literal body, but that's to remind you what Christ suffered for you. Okay, that's the purpose of that. You think that is equally as evil and destructive as this image right here. So you really understand things. Nobody actually listens to you. We laugh at you. That's surprising, because you seem to know everything I say. So if you just want to keep lying. Wake up, Nate. Owen is a liar and a fraud. I'm very awake, and I'm very smart. Smarter than you. And I understand shit out of here. About the Watchmen. Just listen to the men. Why, as a woman, are you coming in here telling me what's right and wrong? You fucking idiot. Like, it's so basic. What makes you think you can even talk to me in here, in public? Seriously. Why? Why do you think that's okay? You know nothing. You are nothing to me. You're just a little blip on a screen. Lissa, you've got 5 letters in your name. That's the most of what... And you think you can tell me something like that? No. Cunt. Like, what gives you the pride? What gives you the arrogance to think you can do that? This is my place. I'm saying what I believe. Who are you?
Who the fuck are you?
You know what I mean? And then also, it's so... Like, everything you say is so dumb. It takes very little logic to tear it apart. Under your logic, because you hold an image of Christ at all, that gives that disgusting mockery power. So under that logic, we should never talk about God, because if we talk about God, that would give people an opportunity to mock Him. Like, you're really dumb. Really dumb. And we know that because you felt the need to tell us, to show it to us, to really demonstrate it, and you persist in it. Cato addressed Owen's admittance to going to multiple gay bars and participating in room wax with other men. I don't know shit about the gay bars thing. The room wax thing is like an abuse thing that happened to him. Retard. So Cato addressed that? No. It's not even my responsibility to address that. Everyone is evil. Everyone has a problem. Everyone does rotten stuff, but not Nate. Nate knows who's going to heaven and hell. Well, thanks for saying that. Appreciate that. You really have a high opinion. I don't agree with you, but you have a high opinion of me. I really appreciate it. Sexist pig. Yeah, you're a dumb cunt. We can all say things. What group do you think you're a part of? Do you think sexist has any power? What a vile human being to belittle and name call due to someone's sexual organs. You're assuming her gender. Because if you're really going to say something that fucking arrogant and dumb and ignorant, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. He lied about leaving Hollywood. He lives in Washington, nowhere near Hollywood. He lied about the DZ. I don't know what DZ stands for. He lies about the coronavirus. Doesn't exist. He believes it doesn't exist. I never really... Well, he believes it doesn't exist the way they say or whatever. I mean, that's not... You're dumb. All I really had to do was read that. I didn't have to even comment on it. Owen lied about the race of the bike thief. You don't understand jokes? No, it's not true. And you're not allowed to talk here anymore. If you think that's appropriate. I don't want you here. His room wax was not abuse. He did it willingly with his buddies, not when he was diddled by the guy down the street. Why are you so interested in what Owen... Why are you so interested in someone else's cock, Janice? Are you a whore? Why are you interested in Owen's cock that much? You know how much thought I've given to the fucking room wax thing or whatever? I barely remember him talking about it. I'm not interested in it. You are, apparently. I can't defend it. I don't know shit about it. I don't care about it. I assume you're lying because you're a lying piece of shit. Everything you said here has been a lie. Well, it's been morally weak, so you might not be lying, but you're just stupid. You're untrustworthy. Owen has been trustworthy, so I trust him. And I don't ask him about what he does with his cock. It's none of my business as long as he doesn't, majorly violate his morals. And then the relationship between me and him is such that there's hardly any influence I have over him. And there's actually a very small amount of official influence he has over me. So I would just not listen to him as much. I haven't listened to him as much since he started talking about health. Because I find that whole subject frustrating and arrogant because I don't have the time and money to control what I eat very well. So, Owen is a false prophet. This is why you're always so hostile and arrogant. He doesn't claim to be a prophet, so he can't be a false prophet. All the false prophets claim to be prophets. I mean, you're not very smart. I bet you beat your wife too. Your name is Christ Believer 428, and you come in here judging me for a sin you just made up in your mind? No, I don't beat my wife. She's very fragile. I can't even pinch her without hurting her. Everyone would know, really obviously, if I beat her. I don't beat her. I'm not a violent man. Violence is really hard. First time I killed a chicken, I cried for hours. Nate, it's sad to see a grown man so reactive and emotional like a woman, but Owen rubs off on people. Forgive your mother and father and crush sodomy. Don't tell me what to do. You're never allowed to talk on here again. If you haven't noticed, I am in complete control over my emotions. I get angry when it's appropriate for me to get angry and when I want to be angry. Immediately after that, when I respond to somebody else, I come at it with a new perspective. Women don't do that. When an emotion comes into them, they can't. Let's say if they're angry about something, and then they deal with somebody completely had nothing to do with what they're angry about, the anger still affects that person. Okay. You can see in the way I'm responding to this chat that hasn't been the way it's working. So the whole reactive and emotional thing. Right now, I am choosing to react to the chat, and I am picking my emotions specifically about how I will react to it. For you to say something like that is appealing to your dumb little friends. No one believes you. No one believes you. Except people I have no interest in pressing. Really dumb people. Banned. I don't know what disruption zone is. Banned. This is a group of people that are like, Owen's a liar. He tells everyone dinosaurs don't exist. It's like, you're so fucking confused. Why do you think you can talk in public? Figure out what lie means. Banned. Banned. Just keep banned. Deep dive. Not banned yet. I think I remember you. Because it's not true. Banned, Janice. Banned. I was really forgiving to you as a woman, but you just kept talking. And fucking banned. No, we'll keep doing it. God's Word, Calvin, Zwingli, Luther, Turretin, and Augustine, to name a few. The actual men I take instruction from would never speak to a fellow Christian the way you do. So disappointing. Alright, well, Luther fucked up. Luther was a whoremonger. And he said some really shitty things about Jews, especially. Like, he said some terrible things. But you, since you're so disappointed in me, a man you've never met, never cared for, since you came here just to cut me down in the middle of a fight with somebody else, bringing up a topic that has nothing to do with anything, and because you attacked my religion, out of the gate. No open-mindedness, no care. I'm a very devout Christian that converted to Catholicism. You think Catholicism is evil. Because of that, banned. Dumb bitch. Received a lot more forgiveness from me than you ever should have. Banned. Hey, what's up, Stranded 360? Banned. I'm rough with women because... the amount of women that really... You have now shown this blasphemous image to an audience bigger than it originally got. You are the true blasphemer. No, it's actually smaller than the original audience, just so you know. He has more followers than I do. So you're not very smart. That's not a picture of Jesus, Nate. There are no pictures of Jesus. You guys are gonna... It's the type of person who would do that. Huh? Oh, another thing I wanted to say. This is kind of like at the end of the game, but it's interesting, and it really surprised me how the people who attacked, threatened, tried to poison Owen's family, called his mother a whore, and bragged about her getting her fired. Those people, that group of people who I had nothing to do with, didn't pay any attention to, how they showed up and started attacking me when I attacked false bears, who seemed like, false bears way over here, acting like shitheads. These guys, insane psychopaths. I don't want to go anywhere near. I'm not going to attack them. I don't want to deal with them. So it's so weird that when I came after the false bears, like sometimes Bear and Ovenbra, that these guys showed up. And what I figured out was they're friends. They've always been friends. Sometimes Bear is great friends with Alan Smitherson, or whatever the fuck his name is. The guy who bragged about getting Owen's mother fired and called her a whore, and bragged about trying to poison his kids. Allegedly. Although I have proof, like really obvious proof. It's because they're friends. These guys, when they were close with Owen, were also friends with the people threatening Owen's family. Which also goes to show you what kind of people these... Anyways, it was good seeing you guys. A bunch of people I haven't seen in a while. I know those of you who it's appropriate to, please burn in hell. Those of you who are worth your weight in shit, at the very least, learn to be a better person. And those of you who are my friends, you know how I fight for you. So I will catch you all later. Hope to see you next time. Bye.